I just want to welcome everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. We're going to be covering how to publish your app to the Play Store today. I'm going to give a couple minutes here, kind of let everybody join us, grab a seat. Make sure you guys can hear me. Make sure you guys can see the webinar as well. If you guys have any issues, please let us know so that my team can go ahead and address those. And I want to welcome a couple people here. Welcome, Jonathan. Welcome, John. Welcome, Keith. Welcome, Kevin, Khalid. Michelle, Mike, welcome guys. It is sunny here in Virginia today. Hope you guys are having a great day as well. So we're going to begin here shortly, guys. Just going to give a couple seconds, let everybody join. I do see some questions coming up. So we are going to, you guys can go ahead and ask questions throughout the show. There's a Q&A button at the bottom of your Zoom. You guys can click on the Q&A, type in your question. I'll read it out loud and then I'll answer it for you on the live show. Also, you guys can save your questions till the end of the webinar show, where you guys can ask us anything in either related to today's topic or any other questions you have about the platform, about Appy, or any other concerns or questions that you might have. Okay. I do see a question coming from Keith. He's saying, is this session recorded and available online? And yes, this session is going to be available for you guys to view at a later time. So if you guys have to go for any reason, you guys can watch this at a later time. It will be emailed to you. So if you did register for today's webinar, you are going to get this recording after the show is done. Okay. Very well, guys. So let me just go ahead, get my stuff ready here, guys. And if you guys see me looking in two different directions, it's because I have two monitors set up. So I can be addressing questions and I can be doing the webinar as well. Okay, so let's begin, guys. So quickly, guys, like I mentioned in the beginning, this is going to be how to publish your app on Google Play Store. Okay. Points to be covered. We're going to be covering preparation content, how to publish app on Google Play Store, and then lastly, we'll open up the Q&A so you guys can ask us anything, okay? So first of all, guys, when you're at the point of publishing your app, we assume that you already have built your app, you already have tested the app, you're pretty much set and done, and you're ready to launch the app and get it live so people can start downloading. So one of the first things you need to ensure is ensure you have your developer account active and paid for. If you guys do not know, the fee for Google developer is $25 one-time fee, and the account is yours for lifetime, okay? Second, you need to ensure your app is finished and you have properly tested your app. Okay, so that's a must. Make sure you have tested the functions, make sure you tested the features, make sure the layout, the design, everything is the way you like it, and you have properly tested, okay? Third, prepare your app description and keywords. So make sure you have a good description of your app, what your app is about. So this way, when users look up your app on the Google Play Store, they can see a good description and get a feel of what your app is about, okay? Fourth, it's going to be take good quality screenshots of your app. So if you are going to be publishing on your own, you guys can go ahead and take good quality screenshots of your app. So basically what you do is install the app on an Android device, open up your app and start taking pictures of the inside of your app so they can be uploaded to the Play Store. So people can see a small preview of what your app looks like before they download it. Okay, and I'll be going over this stuff as we go through the webinar today. Okay, guys. Last, number 5 will be now you are ready to publish. Let's see how it's done. So now I'm going to switch over, guys, to the platform, and I'm going to be showing you guys all the steps involved to publishing your app. Okay, so let me just exit out of here real quick. And let me do a new share, guys, here with you. Let's see here. Here we go, guys. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? Again, if you guys are having trouble, please let me know or raise your hands. So first of all, guys, the first thing is log into your Appy account. So now, guys, remember, we're assuming you're in a paid account, you're in a paid plan, and that you have finished your app. Okay, so this is strictly for people that are ready to publish and are ready to launch their app. Okay, so first step is log into your Appy account. On the top row, you're going to see Go Live page. This is where you want to go. Okay, let me get my little clicker here so you guys can follow me. Okay. So we have two options here, guys. So you guys, today we're going to be doing Android only. Apple's a little bit more overwhelming and involves a lot more steps. So for Apple, I always recommend our users to use our submission team for that. But you are welcome to try to do the Apple one. It does involve a lot more steps, and you need to be more cautious when you're doing the Apple submission. So for those reasons, we don't show the Apple one. That's why today we're going to be covering the Android store publishing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click on Android publish. Okay, so now in here, when you come in here, guys, you have two options. You guys can either publish it yourself, which is what I'm going to be showing you today. Okay, or you guys can let Appy help. So you can let our Android submission team help you guys. If you are going to be going with the let Appy help way, you're going to go ahead and fill out these steps here. So you're going to have to provide an app description. It needs to be at least 30 words. You guys need to provide some app keywords as well. Okay. Second step, you guys need to provide if this is going to be a free app to download or if this is going to be a paid app to download. Okay. And then if you do select pay, you need to enter the price and you need to select in which currency you're going to be charging. You know, so if you're in US, obviously it's going to be USD and so on. Okay. Next, we have graphics. So these are the graphics that I was speaking about. You do need to take screenshots of your app. So you can either let our team do it for you or you can take them yourself and upload them here. Now, just be cautious, guys. Make sure that you do take these screenshots inside an Android device. Don't be taking it in an iPhone device and then uploading it here. I've seen that sometimes clients do that and then the app will get rejected. So if you upload an iPhone logo or anything to do with iPhone on Android, they're going to reject it, and Apple does the same. If you upload a screenshot to Apple that has Android or taken inside an Android phone, they're going to reject the app as well. So just be cautious when you're taking your screenshots, okay? Next, we're going to go into contact info. So this is where you guys can provide your details for your developer account. Now you guys do have the option to share the access with us. All you have to do is go ahead and provide, send an invitation to our app submitter at gmail.com email address. And then our team will get that invite and then they can go ahead and publish the app on your behalf. Okay. So I hope this part is clear to you guys. It's pretty simple. All you're doing is filling out 4 steps. And then the last step will be to provide your login information for your Google developer account. Okay, so this is the option if you are going to let us do it for you. But today I'm going to be showing you guys how to publish it on your own. Okay, so one of the first things you guys need to make sure is that you are on the latest build date. As you guys can see here, I'm on June 30th, 2020. And version 251. The reason I have so many versions is because I've done this webinar many times, guys, either webinar or for demos or for testing and things like that. But for you guys, if this is going to be your first time publishing the app, you should be on a really lower version than what I am. Okay. So those are the 2 things you need to worry about. Make sure you're on the latest build and the version is correct as well. Once you check that, you can go ahead and download your APK. So this is where you download your APK file from, okay? That should take about a minute or maybe less than that, maybe 30 seconds. So there it is, it's done. So the next step, guys, is we're gonna move on to the Google Play console now. So before you do start this process, it would be good that you already have your Google developer account set up, okay? If you do need to create your developer account, you can click on this link right here, and this will help you create your developer account. If you already have your developer account, the next step would be to follow the tutorial that we have on here, okay? So let's move on to the Google Play console now, guys, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and switching tabs now. So this is what the Google Play console looks like, guys. You have on the left-hand side, you have all applications, game services, download reports, alerts, and settings. And let me show you guys one quick thing here. If you guys are going to be sharing permissions with us, if you want us to submit the app for you, this is where you need to go to invite a new user. So you're going to go to settings, developer account, users and permissions, and you're going to go to invite new user. Okay. And in here is where you guys are going to type in the email address for us, appsubmitters@gmail.com. After you typed in our email, you're going to go ahead and select release manager. And then you're going to click send invitation. So that what that allows us to do is to go ahead and submit the app on your behalf. Okay. But today, guys, we're going to be doing it ourselves. We're going to be publishing the app ourselves. So let's go ahead and get started. So one of the first steps, log into your Google console, click on create application. We're going to give it a title. So the title should be what your app title is. So I'm just going to copy what my app title is from right here. I'm going to go ahead and copy it, paste, and then I'm going to click create. But before I do that, for you guys who are not in the US, who are another part of the world or another country, you guys can go ahead and select the language per your country. So you guys could select, whatever language you are, and then go from there. Okay. So I'm going to select US for me, and then I'm going to click create. Okay. Great, guys. Next, you're going to come into product details. This is going to be the store listing information. Okay. So first of all, you're going to type in a short description of your app. Okay. So this one is maximum 80 characters. So it's going to be a short description. Now this one allows you 4,000 characters. So this one is going to be a full description of your app. Okay. And I'm just typing in demo dummy text here, guys. Of course, you guys need to actually put in real stuff in here. So, you could make sure that your spelling, grammar is all correct. Remember that this is going to be published to the Play Store. So you want to make sure you have spelling, grammar, all that stuff in place before you upload it. Okay. So after you provide the short description, full description, we're going to scroll down. Next, we're going to come to uploading the first images here. So the first image we need to upload is going to be a high resolution icon. So this is going to be your app icon. So if you guys have a custom app icon, you guys can go ahead and upload it. Just make sure that it is in this dimension 512 by 512. It does need to be in a PNG format as well. So make sure that you guys have it in a PNG format when you're uploading it. If you guys don't know how to get your app icon, please contact us. Our support team can help you locate your app icon. Again, if you're using one of ours that we have in our library, you guys can go ahead and download it from your platform, actually, from your account. So I'm going to go ahead and upload mine real quick here, guys. I already have mine set up and ready to go. Let's see here. Okay. If I can find it here, give me a second, guys. Here we go. So I have my high resolution icon. I'm going to go ahead and upload it. Okay. So there it is, guys. I'm just using a generic one, the one from our platform. Okay. So this is not a custom app icon. Okay. Next, we're going to go into screenshots. Now, these are going to be the ones that I was referring to earlier. These are going to be taken inside your app when you actually install the app on your phone. Minimum is 2, maximum is 8. So you guys can upload anywhere between 2 and 8. Okay. So I'm going to be uploading 3 for mine here. I already have them all set up. So let me go ahead and upload them. Okay. So there you go, guys. These are my 3 images. Again, you guys can upload, 2 if you want, minimum 2 and maximum 8 images. Okay. There we go. Okay. Next, guys, I'm going to go ahead and upload our future graphic. Now, this one is mandatory. So I'm going to be doing all the mandatory images uploads. So I'm going to go ahead for future graphic. You need to ensure that it's 1024 width by 500 height. Again, it does need to be in PNG format as well. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, upload my image. Let's see here, my future graphic image. Okay. There we go, guys. So all the ones I've shown so far are mandatory images that you need to upload. So you need to upload the app icon, you need to upload the screenshots of your app, and you need to upload future graphic. Those 3 are mandatory. Now, the rest of these 3 here are all optional. So if you guys wanted to upload promo graphic, that's optional. TV banner and Daydream 360-degree image is all optional as well. Again, if you guys do need the dimensions for this, it does tell you right here. So you guys can go ahead and get those in that format, in those dimensions, and then you guys can go ahead and upload them. Again, these are optional. Okay. Next, let's move on, guys. We're going to come into categorization. Application type, this is going to be in applications. It's not a game. Next, we're going to select category. For me, it's going to be education. My app is mostly for education purposes. Okay. And next, we're going to come into contact details. Now, website is optional. If you guys do have a website, you can go ahead and enter it at this point. Email. For email, please provide an email address where you might be contacted. Now, have in mind, this address will be publicly displayed with your app. So make sure it's not a personal email address because everybody's going to be able to see this email address on the Play Store. So make sure it's either a business company email address or an email address that you know that you're not going to have any issues displaying it publicly. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and type in our support email address here. And then last, we have phone number here. So you guys can go ahead, type in the phone number here. Again, phone number is optional and website is optional. The only mandatory one is email address. Okay. Once you have done that, guys, we're pretty much done with the store listing page. So we can click on Save Draft. Okay. And you should get a successful message at the top. Your application has been saved. Okay. So make sure you guys get the same. I see a lot of questions coming, so I'm just going to take a small pause right now just to try to answer some, okay? Let's see here. So I'm just going to pick here from the first ones on the top. Let's see. Tambandiko Nikos, and I'm sorry guys if I can't pronounce your name. Tambandiko Nikos is asking us, how often do you have Appy Pie for your developer account? I'm sorry, I'm not understanding your question, but I think what you're trying to ask is, how often do you have to use your developer account? Well, you only have to use it when you're publishing the app and whenever you need to do a resubmission or you need to do an update to the app. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking. Next, we have Guy by the name of Guy. Can I deploy React.js web app with Appy Pie? No, you cannot. So you can only deploy apps created on our platform. Good question, by the way. So you guys can only publish any app that's been created with Appy Pie inside of Appy Pie. If it's an app that you created outside of Appy Pie, you cannot publish it. Okay. Let's see. So Ryan, this is a good question. Ryan is asking, can I publish and then edit the app after? You guys are more than welcome to do that. But just for the first release or for the first launch, make sure that you guys have some content inside the app. You know, don't publish the app with nothing inside of it because it's going to get rejected. It does need to have a couple features, a couple pages. It does need to have some content so it can get approved. Especially with Apple. Apple is really strict when it comes to having the app, you know, with all its policies and everything that needs to be in place. Google is a little bit more linear. They're not so strict about it, but you do need to have a lot of stuff in there. Make sure you have some content in there to publish it. Once it's published, guys, you guys can continue to edit. So any changes in the app, let's say you add a page, you add a new feature, you delete a feature, you delete some content, you add content, all those things will automatically show up on the live app. You do not need to do a resubmission. The only time you do need to do a resubmission is going to be when you change the app icon, you change the app splash screen, you change the app background image, or you change the app orientation. So just have in mind those things, guys. Those things will need a resubmission, okay? Great, let's move on, guys. I see a lot of questions. Let me try to get to a couple more here. Ashley is asking us, do I have to pay to get my app on Google Play? And yes, you don't pay us, but you need to pay for a Google developer account. And obviously you do need to be on a paid plan with Appy Pie in order to publish your app. So if you're on a free plan with Appy Pie, you cannot publish your app. So two things you're going to need. You're going to need a paid subscription on Appy Pie, and then you're going to need a Google developer account, which costs $25 one-time fee, and the account is yours for lifetime. Okay, hope that answers your question, Ashley. Let's see here. Let's see. Khalid is asking us, how many apps can I publish for one developer account? Good question, Khalid. You can publish as many apps as you want. Now, just ensure that you are the owner of those apps or brands or whatever business you're trying to, whatever app you're trying to create. But you're more than welcome to publish as many apps as you want. So you can publish as many apps as you want with the Apple developer account, and you can publish as many apps as you want with the Google developer account as well. Okay, there's no limit on how many apps you can publish. Ashley is asking us another question. How do I publish the app on Apple without paying? And there is no way to publish your app without paying. You have to have, I mean, without an Apple developer account, there's no way for you to publish your app. So it's a must. You need to have those developer accounts in order to publish. Okay. So I'm going to stop with the questions now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and continue. If not, we're going to get lost here. A lot of good questions. If you guys can save them towards the end, that will be more helpful. I know we have a lot of viewers. So let's continue, guys. So I hope I didn't lost anybody. So guys, all we did was go into store listing. We gave it a title. We gave it the short description, full description. We uploaded app icon, screenshots, feature graphic, and then we selected categorization, which is applications. For my category, it was education. For you guys, it might be something else. And lastly, we filled out the contact details. Again, website and phone number are optional. Email is mandatory. After you're done filling out all those details, please click Save Draft. Okay. Next, we're going to go to App Release, guys. Okay. So on the left-hand side, you're going to click on App Release. Also, guys, as you guys can see here under Store Listings, I got a green check mark because we're done with that page. So just make sure that you guys are also getting the green check mark. If you don't see a green check mark, it means you missed one of the steps inside that page. So just go back into it and then make sure that you filled out all the necessary information. Okay, so right now we've gone to step number 2, which is app release. Inside app release, we're going to go into production. You're going to click on manage. Okay, inside of production, you're going to click on create release. Okay, next you're going to click on opt out. Okay, this pop-up is going to come up. You're going to click I'm sure I want to opt out. Okay, next we're going to upload the APK file that we downloaded the first time, guys. So remember when we came in here, you guys can download the APK directly from here. Okay, so this same APK is the one we're going to go ahead and upload now here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, click browse files, and I'm going to go ahead and upload it. Okay, so the upload should be fairly quickly, guys. It shouldn't take more than a minute. So it depends on how heavy your APK file is, and it depends on your internet connection as well, guys. But let me take this time now to answer a couple more questions. Khalid is asking us, are advertisements considered good revenue resource for a free app, or is there any other option to make money from a free app? From free apps, mostly it's going to be, advertisement. And again, it depends what type of app you're building. So depending, you know, if it's an informational app, a news app, education app, you know, so it depends what kind of business your app is about. But yeah, there's different ways to generate money with a free app, either with advertising. You can have a directory listing where you can charge people to list their business inside your app. I've seen that a lot. There's a lot of different features that we have as well. Again, I would need more information on what type of app you're building to really answer that question. Ryan is asking us, can I hire you or another tech to do all of this for me once our app is ready for publishing? Ryan, actually, this is included with your plan. The only thing that's not included is the developer accounts. So you're the one who's responsible to register. And it's really simple. You just go to Google console or Google Play Store developer website. You register for the account. It's pretty like 4 easy steps. Your information, your contact details, etc. Then you pay for it. It's 25 bucks. You're done with it. Once you have that set up, all you do is come back into Appy and you fill out this section here. Let Appy help. And then you provide all these details here, like app description, keywords, pricing, graphics, and then the last part will be your developer account info. Once you set that, you're going to click save and update. At that point, you contact us, either by chat, phone, and our submission team is going to go ahead and submit it for you. So Ryan, if you did not want to do all this that I'm doing here, you can have us do it. It is included with your plan. The only thing that's not included is the developer accounts. You guys are in charge of creating your developer accounts. Okay. So I am showing this, guys, because we do have a lot of clients that they like to publish it themselves, even though they do have the option for us to do it. And again, you guys are more than welcome to either do either or. We're more than happy to publish it for you, or you guys can do it on your own as well. So let's continue here, guys. So my APK file is done uploading, as you guys can see here. Next, after you upload the APK, you're going to scroll down and you're going to click on save right here. Okay. Great, guys. So after that, guys, we're going to go into content rating here. Okay. And for content rating, we're going to click on continue. Okay. We're going to enter a valid email address. Again, I'm going to use my support at appypie.com email address. Okay. There we go. And next, we're going to select your app category. Okay. So you guys can select, I'm going to go ahead and select reference, news, or educational, because that's what mine's about. Next, we're going to come into content rating questions. So for these questions, guys, they're all going to be no, except for one answer here. Okay, so we're going to select no to violence, no to sexuality, no to language, and no to controlled substance. Okay, now if you guys do have any of these, the content rating might prevent you and might reject your, Google might reject your app because you're not allowed to have any of this type of content in your app. Okay, now the only one that's going to be yes is going to be this one right here, guys. The first one under miscellaneous. You're going to select yes to that one, and then you're going to select no to the rest. Okay, so just remember, guys, every question is no, and then the first one for miscellaneous is going to be yes. Okay, after you've done that, guys, you answer all the questions. You're going to click on save questionnaire. You're going to click on calculate rating. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and do it for you automatically. And then you're going to go ahead and click apply rating. Okay. There we go, guys. So that's done. Next, we're going to go into pricing and distribution, guys. So as you guys can see, I'm getting a green check mark, green check mark. Next, we're going to go to pricing and distribution. So pricing and distribution, this is where you set if you're going to have a paid app or if it's going to be a free app to download. So if it is going to be a paid app, you guys do need to set up a merchant account prior. So just make sure you set up your merchant account if it's going to be a paid app. If you guys want to start off with free app first, you know, offering it as free to download, and later on you want to go ahead and make it a paid app, you guys do have that option as well. Just remember, you do need to create the merchant account. Once your merchant account is set up, you can go ahead and request us to resubmit your app as a paid app. Okay, so you do have that option. So I do recommend that, guys. I mean, if this is the first time you're launching your app, you know, I recommend it to offer it as free first. That way you get, you know, more downloads, more traffic coming in as to a paid app. You know, mostly paid apps become paid apps once they're really popular, once people really start downloading them and start talking about them. So offering your app paid at first is not a good idea. Unless unless the other thing you guys can also do is offer it free to download. And then once the person starts to use the app, some of the content inside your app can be paid content. So if they want to access certain pages in your app, you can make those pages only accessible either with a subscription, a one-time payment, yearly subscription, whatever you guys want to set it up. But you guys can also set up subscriptions inside your app. So a lot of our people with like magazines, news app, things like that, they'll create a subscription inside the app. So in order to get, you know, your magazine issue, you need to be paying a monthly subscription. So you guys do have all those options. Okay. So let's continue here, guys. So under pricing and distribution, for mine, I'm going to select free. For countries, this is where you want your app to be available in. Now, by default, it's going to select unavailable on none of them. So you guys can select one by one which one you want to be available in. So if you only wanted to select the, for example, US, let's see here. you can select US only. So by selecting that, that means that only people who are in the US can download my app. But I'm not going to make it just for US, guys. I'm going to make it available for all. So if you guys did want to make it available all over the world, now this depends what type of app you're building. Obviously, if your app is only to be used locally, you only want it to be submitted in the country that you're in. So just be cautious of that. You know, if you don't offer services outside of your country, then don't publish it all over the world. There's no point to it. But for mine, guys, it's just a reference educational app. So I'm going to make it available in all the countries. Okay. So after you selected the countries, you guys will come down all the way to consent. Okay. And then we're going to check mark all these three last boxes here. So we're going to check mark marketing opt out, content guidelines, US export laws. Okay. After you select check mark all those three, we're going to click on save draft. Okay. There we go, guys. You should get a application has been saved success message at the top. Next, we're going to go to app content. Okay. And we're almost done, guys. Actually, we have, this is going to be the last, one of the last steps. So next, and this one, guys, involves, so inside of app content, you're going to have these things to do. So you're going to have to do the privacy policy, ads, app access, target audience, and content. So before you can complete this page here, you do need to start doing all of these first. So let's go through these quickly, guys. So the first one is going to be privacy policy. So you're going to click on start. Okay. You're going to enter your privacy policy URL. Now, if you guys have one already, just copy and paste it. If you guys don't have a privacy policy, you can contact us and we'll provide you with a generic privacy policy URL that you can use. Okay. So I have mine ready here already, guys. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it. Okay. There we go. That's mine. Privacy policy right there. After you paste it, guys, click on save. Okay. Next, we're going to go back. Okay. And then we're going to continue down the list here. So now we're going to do ads. We're going to do start. So my app does not contain ads. So I'm going to go ahead and select no, my app does not contain ads. Okay. I'm going to click save. And I'm going to go back again. So you're pretty much just doing the same, answering questions and then going back. Now we're going to go to app access. App access, guys, this means if you have a login page. So if your app requires for you to register and log in with an email and a password, you can go ahead and select this option here, or some functionality is restricted. If you don't have a login page, if somebody can open up your app and use it without registering, without logging in, then you're going to select the first option. Okay. I'm going to select the first option because I do not have a login page in my app. You guys can download it, open it, and you guys can browse through it without any restriction. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and select the first option and click on save. I'm going to go back. Okay. And next we have target audience and content. Okay. We're going to click on get on start. So this is going to be what your target age group is. So this depends on what type of app you're building again. So if you're building a children's app, a teenager's app, whatever, you guys need to select the appropriate age group. It also depends on what type of content you have in your app. Do you have content that appeals to children? You know, you need to specify that. So for mine, I really don't have anything that targets, you know, children or anybody under 18. So I'm going to select 18 and over for mine. Okay, guys. After you select the age group, you're going to click on next. And then this is the other question. Does your app appeal to children? So for this one, I'm going to select no. I really don't have anything that appeals to children. And then you're going to click on next. Okay, so here's what we have. Here's a summary of all the answers we selected. So you guys can review this pretty through here. Once you have reviewed it, you guys can click on save right here. Okay. And that's the last part of app content, guys. Once you click save, the next step is going to app release. Okay, there you go. So now you guys see I have green check marks on all my pages. Okay. After you go into app release, guys, this is going to be the last step now. You're going to go into edit release. Okay. You guys can go ahead, scroll to the bottom and you're going to click on review at the bottom. And that's it, guys. The last step is going to be start rollout to production. I'm not going to click that because I'm not really publishing this app. But once you guys click that, it's going to send it to Google. Google's going to receive your submission. They're going to review your submission, and then they're going to approve your submission. So right now there is, Google is taking longer than usual. Usually it used to be anywhere between 2 to 3 days, but now due to the COVID-19, we're seeing a turnaround of between 5 to 7 days. So just be patient. They will review your app and they will approve your app. And again, guys, if for any reason your app does get rejected, all we need to do is correct what they're saying. You know, it's not allowed or anything like that. Sometimes if you have an image of a copyright image, you know, like a Coca-Cola or Pepsi, whatever it might be, you might need to take those images down, things like that. But like again, like I said, if you guys are having an issue getting your app live, you are always welcome to contact us, so our submission team can review your app and they can ensure that your app gets approved for you. Okay. So this is the last step, guys. Once you're done with this, pretty much it's just waiting for Google to review the app and approve it for you. Okay, so that concludes the whole process of publishing your app to the Play Store, guys. So now we can move into questions. So let me just switch this back here. And then we can be ready to go here, guys. So now I'm going to take questions, guys. So now if you guys want to ask questions about what I just showed you guys, any questions in regards to publishing your app, you guys are more than welcome to ask. Please click on the Q&A. Type in your question and I'll try to read it out loud and then I'll try to answer it for you. So let me go back here to our questions, to our Q&A. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of questions in regards to the recording. Yes, guys, you are all going to be receiving this today's webinar show recording in the link in an email. Again, if not, you guys can always visit our webpage as well as appypie.com/webinar. And that's where you guys can find all our shows today, all our past webinars as well, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and share that actually with you. Let me share the link with you guys so you guys can have that with you. Let's see here. Okay, so the link that you want to go to, guys, to get all the past webinars and today's webinar is going to be that one right there. I just shared it on the chat group for all of you to get it. Okay. Let's continue here, guys. Good question. So we have another question coming from Ryan. Ryan is asking us, how do we make some features free while charging for others in a subscription model? So let me show you guys how you guys can create a subscription module inside the app here. Let's see here. So let me move this aside. So first of all, Ryan, you're going to have to go into your edit app. Okay. Once you're inside edit app, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but on the top of each page, you have little icons here. Okay. So I'm going to go over each of these icons real quickly here. So the first one is if you need a help, a tutorial on how to configure this page. The next one is if you want to hide this page from the app. Let's say you're working on this page, but you're not ready for people to see it yet. You guys can click on this little eye icon, and that's going to hide the page from the main app until you unhide it again. Okay. Next, we have enable login. So if you click this, it's going to go ahead and lock that page. So that means that in order for people to access that page, they either need to register and create a login to access that page, or you can go ahead and lock it so that it's a paid page. And I'm going to show you how to make it a paid page where they need to either subscribe to it and pay you a monthly subscription, one-time fee, or a yearly subscription. Okay. After that, we have copy page URL. This one is used when you want to do interlinking between pages. Next, we have on-page SEO. So this is mostly for SEO, search engine optimization, for those that don't know. So this is mostly used when you're doing advertisement through Google and things like that. Next, we have layout and color scheme. This is going to be whenever you want to change anything to do with the color, the style of your page. So each page can be customized individually, if you guys did not know that. So you guys can customize from heading color, content color, icon background. You guys can change the layout. So this is my About Us page. So you can go ahead and change it to different layouts that we offer. You guys can upload your own custom background image. Okay, like you see here. So each page you can give it a your own personalization, if you say, and you guys can make it you know, more appealing, put more backgrounds, etc., things like that, guys. Next we have content, and obviously when you click on content is to edit the actual page, and then we have delete. So if you wanted to delete this feature, this page, you guys can delete it. Okay. So now Ryan, coming to your question. So once you lock the page, you can come into here. Okay. And as you guys can see, I locked this page, the About Us page. But let's say I wanted to make the blog page a paid feature. Okay. So I'm going to unlock this one, and I'm going to unlock this one. Okay. So then we're going to come into login and sign up. Under login and sign up, this is going to be my registration form. So this is what it's going to look like. Okay. So I have full name. I'm asking for full name, email, phone. They're going to create their password, confirm password. And then I have a group here. So you guys can also set up groups logins. So for example, this is good, like for schools, for example, you can have students, you know, login, and then you can have teachers login. So you create two groups. You'll create a student group, a teacher group. So when they register, they need to select the appropriate group so they can access that, those pages that are for them specifically only. Okay. If you guys, so after you have your registration form ready, guys, again, you guys can add more fields here. So if you require more data when people are registering, you guys can create more fields here. These are all the type of fields you guys can create. Okay. I'm going to delete that one. Okay. Next, guys. So how do we create the subscriptions? Ryan, coming to your question. So we have the payment methods here. So you guys first we need to select which payment gateway you want to use. So we have PayPal, we have PayUmoney, we have PayFast, we have Stripe payment gateway, and we have Velocity. And we have obviously the free. So if you select free, they don't require to pay. So if you are going to be using PayPal, guys, for example, obviously you need to set up a PayPal account, have your PayPal business email address paste in here. Next, you're going to set up the monthly subscription price. So you can charge what, $10 a month. You can do a yearly subscription, maybe charge, I don't know, $100, or you guys can have a one-time payment, which can be, I don't know, $15. Again, I'm just throwing numbers here, guys. So this is how it will be set up. So Ryan, coming to your question, when I set this up, that means that when people try to access this page right here, it's going to force them to pay first. So before they can access that particular page, they're either going to have to sign up for a monthly subscription, yearly subscription, or pay me a one-time fee of $15. So you can set it up however you want. And then again, guys, if you wanted to, so what a lot of people do is they'll have a lot of free pages that people can view and access. But then for special content, special video, special audio content, special information content, whatever content it might be, you can charge for that. And you guys can lock the pages, set up the subscription, and then you will get your payments in the payment gateway that you set up. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Ryan. Good question. Linda is asking, what is the size of the icons that can be used for the app? Is there a size limitation? And Linda, yes. So if you go under design customization and you go into app icon, okay? And if you're gonna upload your own custom app icon, you can see here, the size is gonna be 1024 by 1024. So that's the size that you need to upload the app icon in, okay? Now, if you're going to be using one of our icons that we have, then you don't need to worry about the size because they're all predefined already. Okay. So only if you're uploading your own custom icon, you need to make sure that it's 1024 by 1024. Okay. And pretty much anything that you guys are trying to upload, it's always going to give you a size. So if you guys are not sure what size it is, just click on the actual here. Like for example, if you don't know what size the splash screen is, Click on it, go to upload custom, and then under here, it's going to tell you exactly what size it needs to be, guys. Okay. So that's for the app icon. This will be for the main app icon, Linda. If you're talking about the app icons for the pages, it'll be right here. And for that, you guys can also change them. So the recommended size for the app pages is going to be 250 by 250. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Linda. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Questions, great. JP, I do see your all your questions. I think your questions are in regards to the APK warning that you're getting. Now remember, if you are getting a warning, you guys can ignore that warning and it will still let you publish the app. So I need to find out exactly, JP, what error you're getting. So for you, it'll be best if you send your questions through email, please. Linda's asking us, so it needs to fit into that box. Nah, Linda, you just need to worry. You just need to make sure that the image size is the size that we're saying on there. So it needs to be 1024 by 1024. And it needs to be no more than 3 megs for the app icon. I think that's what you're asking. Yes. So Linda, to your question, I see what you're trying to ask me now. Yes, you do need to upload different sizes. So when you go into app icon, I'm sorry, into app background image, and you guys click on advanced settings right here, you're gonna have all these different sizes that you need to upload if you want your app to be compatible with tablets, with all the different screen size phones there are. You know, iPhone has 3 different size screens. Android has different size screens. Tablets come in different size screens. So if you guys want it to be compatible and you don't want your app to look disordered, your images to look disordered, you guys need to upload all these different sizes. So you guys need to upload portrait mode and you guys need to upload in landscape mode if you are going to be using landscape mode. So if you are going to be using, if you do want the app to be compatible with all the current devices and sizes, screen sizes, you guys need to upload all these different sizes of the images. Okay, so you're pretty much going to upload the same background on all of these, but just in the size that it's saying here. Okay, and the same goes for the app splash screen as well, guys. So when you go here, you're going to get, again, you're going to click on advanced settings, and then it's going to give you the option to select which image size you want to upload here. Okay, so the more you have, the better. That means your app is going to be more compatible with all the different sizes that they are. So if you don't have any in here and you guys test the app on a tablet or on a phone that's different screen size, and you see that the image is disordered, it's because you have not uploaded the correct image size in this part here. Okay, so just have that in mind, guys. So that covers that for images. Yes, Linda, correct. It will recognize the correct size when it's installing the app on that particular device. But like I said, you do need to make sure you upload the images in all these sizes. If you only have one image uploaded, which is the 1536 by 2048 for splash screen, then it's not going to be compatible on all your other devices. So you just need to make sure that you do provide all the different sizes in here. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Linda. We have an anonymous attendee asking I was attempting to publish on Google. I'm not sure what I was doing wrong. I would need to know more details on that to be able to see what step you miss. Again, what's good to do, guys, if you're having issues publishing, make sure you just retrack your steps and then make sure that you are following the tutorial step by step. If you follow it step by step, you will not have any issues. And if you are having issues, I would suggest just let our team do it for you, or try to get some help from our team in regards to that. Okay. Great, guys. So I do want to thank everybody who joined us today. We had a large audience today. I appreciate you guys joining. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you guys learned something. Again, make sure to check us out on Facebook and YouTube. All these webinars are going to be on YouTube and as well as on our website. I share the website link where you guys can get past webinars and upcoming webinars. So we're trying to do more webinars now, guys. So in the month of July, we're trying to schedule a couple more. So make sure to check out our webinar page so you guys can register for those. Upcoming ones are going to be more features, how to integrate features, how to configure pages, how to set up your Google API key. So we're going to have different topics for you guys. And if you guys have any suggestions, recommendations, feedback, I would love feedback from you guys. Please make sure to send your feedback at, you can send it directly to me at joel@appypie.com, or you can send it to support@appypie.com and make it attention to me. And then I will address those. If you guys have different topics you guys want to hear about, please suggest them to us. And again, any feedback is welcome, guys. I do appreciate everybody who joined us today. I hope you guys have a great day. And thanks for joining us.